Hello, my name is Mike Kirk. I'm the manager of the Waupaca train station here, or the station master, like it says on my hat. Some people like to say. So, our station here is on the main line of the Canadian National Railroad, which comes through Waupaca, coming from Canada on down to Chicago. At one time, this was the Soo Line Railroad for many years, and then before that, it was also the Wisconsin Central. The line was built in 1871, 150 years ago. So this depot's been here since 1907, when the old one had burned and they built this one. So today we'd like to show you around the station a little bit, get an idea of what's in here. When we bought the depot, it was in really rough shape. It had been abandoned for a number of years and had been heavily vandalized. We were able to spend a number of years fixing it up, working on everything from repairing the plaster and the floors and the windows. Just everything needed to be redone here. So we'll look around the place a little bit and give you an idea of what we've got here. Well, originally there was a wooden depot here. It was a two-story depot. It had sleeping quarters and a restaurant, and it had been moved to this site. It actually jacked up when they raised the tracks up in the year 1900. But then in 1907 there was a fire and the depot burned down, so that's when they built this depot. The Wisconsin Central was the owner of the railroad at that time, the original Wisconsin Central. And they built 4 depots of a similar design. This depot has a sandstone exterior with Spanish tile roof, 3 waiting rooms, and then this office, this operator's office where we're sitting now, and a couple of restrooms. So they built it pretty fancy for a small town. Even back then, Waupaca was kind of a tourist town. And we believe the design was from Frost and Granger, the architects. So it opened and was built in 07, but opened right after the beginning of the year in January of 08. It was used until 1965 as a passenger train station when the last passenger train came through here. So and then after that it was used as an office because Waupaca has a lot of freight business. So they used it as a freight office, and then the section crew worked out of here. But then when the Wisconsin Central came along in, I believe, 86 or so, they closed the depot and used a traveling agent and section crew. So at that time it sat abandoned. They boarded it all up, but vandals would come in and pull off the boards and come in and break out. They broke all the windows, just about every window was smashed. There was graffiti all over the place. It was a big mess. So the floor was rotting because there were holes in the ceiling. The outside was full of graffiti too. But we decided to try to take on the project anyway, to try to get it fixed up. So when the Soo Line, originally the depot had the varnished woodwork and the green walls like you see here, but the Soo Line had painted everything over. They had painted the varnished woodwork a brown color and a cream colored walls. We wanted to go back to the original colors, so we started stripping all the woodwork and repairing it. Actually, the first room I did was worked on this room, the desk here a little bit. The water had come in and rotted the top of the desk. So I flipped over all these boards, these nice oak desk boards, and planed down the back side and then strengthened them with plywood underneath and rebuilt all that. And like I say, with the windows, some of them were broken out and even some of the woodwork smashed, so we replaced whatever we had to. The floor was rotting in here too, so we used some other flooring that we had salvaged from another building in Waupaca that was being torn down, the old Armory Gymnasium. So we were able to get maple flooring from there. Just the whole building is working on things like that.